Hello and welcome. I am Mark Blackett, AMEA's Global Network Director. Our network supports collaborations that transform the systems that support farmer organizations and agri-SMEs. At our 2022 convening, we hosted 15 lightning talks to stimulate these collaborations. You have chosen to watch one of these lightning talks, and we are here to help you take the next steps to partnership.
All right, so my name is Sergio Rivas. I'm the Chief of Party of the Transforming Market Systems activity in Honduras in Central America. Essentially, our program is mandated with introducing resilience, competitiveness, and inclusion in local market systems. We work, of course, in agriculture and food systems. We work in tourism, entrepreneurship, as well as business enabling environment. One of the key tools we have to do that is, of course, working through private anchor firms. Local firms, the local private sector is our gateway to introducing these three characteristics in local market systems, particularly in agriculture. Working through private sector firms since 2018 and going into 2019 and 20 even with the pandemic, has introduced some positive effects for farmer organizations. One of them is accessing high-yield, disease-resistant varieties and quality inputs, as well as technical assistance. All of these characteristics are embedded in the new types of business models that private anchor firms are adopting to increase their supply chain. Connection to high-end markets through the private sector anchor firms is another benefit. Connection with other local service providers, such as clean energy, irrigation, solar panel energy sources for irrigation as well. The other benefits for farmer organizations have proven to be business services or safety nets. In other words, where do they reach when a pandemic or hurricanes like in 2020 hit Honduras hard? The new contact with private anchor firms allows farmers to also contact and be engaged with a broader set of firms that provide different services, and that constitutes a safety net for farmer organizations. Of course, gender and social inclusion and financial inclusion through accessing loans and in-kind loans from these anchor firms. The benefits are not only for farmer organizations, the benefits are also for the agribusinesses, like reduced dependence on imports, for example, or moving capital from operating expenses to investment in machinery and increasing their technology. Because of no longer a need to vertically integrate, they can allow themselves to put money on their growing businesses. Now, escalating this required us in 2019 and 2020 associativity on the private sector side. But doing this one anchor firm at the time was absolutely difficult. That's where an alliance with AMEA was particularly important, because it allowed us to conduct the studies and engage the private sector on a more broad scale, and therefore tap on several dozens probably of private anchor firms. We will be explaining this in the session next, and we will be elaborating a little bit more on this successful partnership.